Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final game of the day between the Lander Lobos JV squad and Casper. I'm Travis Gupton. He's Sean O'Brate. We're here live, and we are in for a good game here, Sean.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun. Casper doesn't let very much get by them, and they have some good pitching. They're going to be able to really put Lander on their toes, and Lander's opted to bat first, making Casper the home team, basically, and I think the reason that they want to do that is they want to get out to that lead early like they can with their bats, because they don't want to fall anywhere short of behind Casper, especially with the team pitching kind of their best game so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And coming into this game, Lander 2 and Casper, this is for all the marbles, because the winner of this game will play tomorrow in the first semifinal game against the Lander 1 team, and that it should be interesting should the Lobos somehow pull off a win here against Casper.
Yeah, Lobos definitely want to go in there. We were talking about it earlier. You could have a possible Lander versus Lander game tomorrow if everything goes well for the Lobos JV squad here. But like I said, Casper is not anyone to doubt or belittle in any way, because they can get a good lead on you and they can hold it with their pitching. So it's not going to be a no-hitter, knock on wood, like the New York Yankees game earlier, but the pitching for Valor Vikings, that is their team name, is something to be afraid of if you're a Lander Lobos.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're working on the starting lineups, and as soon as the first batter, which is going to be Dalen Ayers, steps in, we will get this one underway. We're going to have to give you the starting lineups as we go along here, and working on positions. I'm going to keep a book, and Sean over there is actually going to go ahead and do Game Changer, which is not a bad idea, my friend.
Game Changer makes everything easier, and we do not get paid by Game Changer, but I would advertise for them all the time. They make my life a lot easier. And Ayers is already in the batter's box. First pitch coming. Way outside and high. Start off the game with ball one. And then he's going to... It's a left-handed batter here, which is always a fun matchup against a right-handed pitcher, as he throws again outside not as high as the first one. Now we have a 2-0 count as Tim Robinson, I believe, is the umpire behind home plate, and he calls his first strike of the game right down the middle and swung on too by Ayers. 2-1 count coming. Here's the windup. And again outside. This one's just a little bit low. Looks like the Glen Rock team has gotten into their civilian clothes, so to say, and they are stacking the bleachers here. And it was a ball 4, but I think he might have tipped it, or it hit the glove, and he just ran to first to make sure. So we got a walk to start off the game, and now we will have Will Bush.
I think it was it Will or Sam? I'm assuming it's gonna. Who played catcher in the first game that almost gave me an absolute heart attack? First pitch is swung on and missed. Throw down to second is not in time, so Dylan Ayers is in first and foremost.
Dalen Ayers has some speed on him right there, but it was a little bit dangerous throw. If he had caught it and just turned in a little bit of a better fashion, he could have maybe tagged him before he hit second. And Ayers, oh, there's a ball right up over the crow's nest.
Please return.
Oh, no microphone for Miss
Please
Reese.
return all foul balls to the baseball field.
Keyword was yet.
Ayers has a good leadoff, and there's 2 Valor players crowding second base just in case. And that'll be ball 1 there.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Or no, it's
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He put up 2-1, which means 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss.
And that's strike
3. Okay. So
yeah, because the foul. Yeah,
that's right.
You weren't
the
looking
foul.
around with the foul. Yeah. So quick 1, 2, 3, 4 pitches for against Bush.
And so now that brings up Ben Shade. Shade is going to play in left field, and he'll swing at the first pitch, and it'll be strike 1.
And that's something Lander likes to do. They like to swing at the first pitch. They believe in their bats more than almost any other team I think I've covered. They are very confident with the bats, so watching them swing at first pitches doesn't surprise me anymore.
That ball is going to be swung on and missed, strike 2.
That was a gnarly fastball.
And nice afternoon, early evening, 6 o'clock first pitch here. And that is going to be high for ball 1 for Shade.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Speaking of shade, in about 30 minutes, the shade's going to cover the field, and it's going to be really nice out there for the players. But right now, the weather is just perfect. If you are around Lander City Park, that's strike 3 right there. If you're around Lander City Park, come give your team a shout-out, especially before semifinals begin tomorrow at 9 a.m.
And we do know that the Lander 1 team will be in the first part of the semifinal, and that'll be at 9 a.m. The winner of this matchup will play Lander 1 tomorrow. And we do know, sorry, Sean, that tomorrow at noon, the second semifinal match is set. It's going to be Cheyenne versus Rock Springs.
Wow, that will be one of the best games of the weekend by far.
Ball is going to be outside, so now 2-0 for Alex Officer.
For those of you who may not have listened to our game earlier today with Cheyenne, I mean, they have some explosive firepower, and they were really lucky on the last play of the game. Way to wear it there. You can hear it from the Lander team. They get more excited that someone gets hit on their team than they do a hit sometimes. But yeah, Cheyenne is a dangerous team, and Rock Springs can put up points fast. So that game could very easily be one of those games where the last score wins. You really don't know.
Caden Rowan is going to step in now for Lander with 2 outs. And
he made sure to call time before that drop happened.
Yeah, that's a good move on Caden's part. First pitch is just outside for ball 1. Caden I love his walk-up song. I just don't know what it is.
It's Kanye.
Oh, it's Kanye.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why you got to wait. You got to wait till the speaking part is over. He drops the ball in the dirt, and you really did see Ayers think about going to third.
And now they're going to call for a time early. And they're going to go have a conversation with the pitcher, which in this game is
Colin Bird, I
Colin
believe.
Bird. Bird played in the last game that Casper was in. Casper, Valor, Colin Bird he went
4 for 4.
4 for 4
Yeah.
and scored twice. Yeah.
It's a good showing by a pitcher out there. And I think they're just talking right now. Miss Reese says, "Do not put a hole in my mound over there."
And she will come find someone.
Yeah. You can hear it, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to. You don't want to put a mound in Miss. Or you don't want to put a hole in.
You don't want to put a mound in the hole.
So the Lobos spent $1,200 approximately
That's going to be foul tipped.
of their own money redoing the mound and the batter's boxes.
Yeah, the mound, the batter's boxes, and rounding third at the beginning of this season, all three of those aspects of this field looked entirely different. And if you're able to come out to City Park, you really should thank the Lobos, and they put up $1,200.
He's going to steal.
He's going to steal.
Double steal. That's going to be strike 3,
Oh.
however. And so that is going to end the top of the first inning. No score. Lander and Casper. Lander is up to bat.
Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the bottom of the first inning. No score between Casper and Lander, and we did not have an opportunity to give you the starting lineups. We're going to do that right now. Sean?
Yes, for the Valor Viking baseball team out of Casper, you got Colin Bird starting at pitcher, and you have Gabe Erdahl, number 22, behind home plate at catcher. You got Robbie Loftus, third on first base, and you got Taylor St. John at second base, and at third base, you have Nathan DeVive. Oh, that doesn't look like it's spelled like there, but Nathan DeVive here at third base. And then at shortstop, you have Aiden Douglas. And when you get out to the outfield, left fielder Aiden Crane. I do remember his name being called. He's pretty dangerous in the batter's box. And in center field, you got Chris Castleman. And then finally in right field, you have Kale Sally. And now for the Lander Lobos side, you will have pitching.
It'll be pitcher Darius Boyer. And then it'll be in the batting order. Dylan Ayers will play in center. Will Bush will play at short. Ben Shade will be in left. Alex Officer will be catching. Caden Rowan will play his traditional third base side. Luke Whelan will play at first. Sam Bush will be at second. Josh Benz will be the extra hitter. And Hunter Velarde will be at right field.
Velarde, he's got a lot of strength in that swing of his, and I know his mom pretty well. She coaches some softball, and his dad's obviously the coach there, so they have a lot of confidence in that young man. He had some confidence in himself. He was riding on top of that car earlier.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, and I could remember Miss Kelly look over and be like, oh my goodness.
Please
no.
don't, yeah. That's the last thing you need is an injury on the day of your game and state tournament.
So Darius Boyer will be the pitcher, and Darius and me had a conversation. It was a brief one, and I asked him what was his favorite position, and he didn't have an answer.
Oh,
and I love that because you can play anywhere. You're a better player.
Yeah, it's I mean, a utility player can do a whole lot. he is really good at first base, and he's a pretty solid pitcher as well on the mound. I like to see him at first base. It's a lot more catch, and he doesn't have to worry about anything else. But I think that him on the pitching mound should put a little bit of fear in the Valor Vikings because he has some heat behind his fastball when he gets it going.
And he did pitch in Game 1 when Lobos 2 took on, and I don't have my schedule in front of me. I can't remember who we played at the very beginning of this tournament.
What
Game
happened
1.
to that? I definitely just had that.
But it was going to be Lander 2, and they took on, I can't remember who we played. Oh, there it is. There we go.
There you go. You're the one hiding it.
Yep, I'm hiding it. Against Glen Rock. Darius Boyer pitched against Glen Rock in the first game of the tournament.
Shortstop Aiden Douglas coming in for Valor, leading off the batters.
First pitch is swung on, and it's going to get through the second baseman. It's going to be a leadoff single for the Valor.
Douglas, I mean, just first pitch, he didn't hold anything back. He knew that was coming right near the bottom of the box there. He is 1 for 1 already, but he's pretty dangerous when he's on the bags, too. He's speedy.
That'll bring up DeVive.
He's already got quite a large leadoff there on first.
Oh, they will run.
Yes, and they're
like
running
that.
already.
Pitch is going to be a strike. No one was there. It's going to get through, and it's going to then get bobbled by the center fielder, and it's going to send Douglas all the way to third. And DeVive has an 0-1 count on him, as that was called a strike at the plate.
But, man, after that error, doesn't really matter for DeVive because he knows what Douglas can do if any of these pitches go a little bit sour for Officer behind the plate.
Pitch on the way, swung on, hit towards third. Rowan is going to go back to home, and he's out.
Oh,
he's
wow.
Safe. They're going to say he dropped the ball.
He dropped the ball.
DeVive.
That was a perfect throw.
And Douglas and Alex Officer met at the plate, and it was dropped because he slid right into Officer's glove.
You've got to
You're good, Alex.
You've got to be very careful when you catch that ball and you go low on it because he would have been out. He just dropped it, like he said, as soon as it hits the player, all that motion got the ball out of the glove.
And they're going to steal again. That's going to be a strike, and Officer is going to drop the ball. And so DeVive is now at second as he reached on a single. And Bird is at the plate now and looking at an 0-1 count.
And, I mean, he's looking to steal third here.
Pitch is swung on. It's going to go right back to Boyer. He's going to look over to third, and then it'll be a out at first for the first out, and it will have a runner on third in DeVive, and it'll bring up Castleman.
I mean, that was a good series of play. I think that Boyer, the pitcher for, Darius Boyer, I think that he was really thinking about throwing back to second, but he knew that the easy out was at first. And if he had thrown to third, that would have gotten no one out. I mean, smart move to go to first, but DeVive is pretty dangerous right here on third.
First pitch is going to be outside for ball one to Castleman. So runner at third is DeVive, and it'll be a fielder's choice that got him there, if I think that right. This is a good crowd if you're looking over to the left. Pitch is high.
And I want to make sure we're saying this kid's name right. DeVive is spelled D-A-V-A-I-U.
It's V. Is it DeVive?
It's
I've got DeVive on there. So we're going to say DeVow?
That is it. I think it's DeVow.
Okay, so we'll go with that. That's cool with me.
Sounds a little bit more like a name, if I can say so. DeVive.
Well, last name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really like these Valor teams' uniforms. They remind me of the New Orleans Saints, which they have some pretty clean jerseys there in the NFL, but so does Valor here.
That's going to be a strike right down the middle. It reminds me a lot of Vanderbilt, and so does a lot of these teams.
Yeah, Vanderbilt does have some cool jerseys as well, but I like the gold socks. I think that's a pretty cool aspect to these guys' uniforms.
Nice little touch there. 3-1 the count, one out. Runner on third is DeVow. That ball is going to be smoked up the middle. It's going to be caught. It's going to score a run. Throw over to first is in time.
Good throw there.
But so DeVal will score, and it will be 2-0 Casper, and Castleman will be thrown out on a 6-3 play.
Yeah, Will Bush, what a nice throw there. To get it all the way across the length of that diamond, pretty solid throw. Who's the other umpire out there? It's not Ty Massey anymore.
Nope. That is, first off, pitch is in there for strike one. Who's the Mario?
Oh, Mario.
Yep. So strike one. So Boyer now starting to find the strike zone a little bit. 0-1 count.
Like I said, when he gets going, he can
another one.
Pitch one of the better games of any of these teams. I mean, once he gets going, he finds the strike zone, he finds his fastball. He's pretty dangerous on the pitcher's mound.
He has a lot of movement on a lot of his pitches. Pitch on the way by Boyer. Swung on and missed. Strike three. Nicely done. And so we will go to the top of the second. It is now 2-0 in favor of Casper. And this Lander Lobos team is lucky that and really did really good job to make sure it didn't go any further.
Oh, yeah, especially right off the bat when he was stealing second, then third, and you kind of thought, okay, this could get ugly kind of fast if they don't get someone out. But, yeah, the pitching definitely helped them get out of there with only 2 runs. So
we'll be right back, guys.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the top of the second inning. 2-0 is the Casper lead. And ladies and gentlemen, again, on the line is the winner of this matchup will face the Lander 1 team in the semifinal match, the first one, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
And we'll be here for that. And it'll be Travis and I calling all day tomorrow, both semis and the championship. I'm looking forward to it, my friend.
Yeah, it's going to be a good day of baseball tomorrow. But we've still got a little bit more baseball today as we're in the top of the second inning. 2-0 is the score for Casper, and it will bring up Luke Whelan to the plate. First pitch is low for ball 1 to Whelan.
And Whelan kind of has like a simplistic stance with his batting, but that doesn't mean that he can't get under it if he feels like it.
Next pitch is in the dirt, so ball 2.
And he's going to have to get under if they're going to keep going low like that.
One of the things I was going to ask him at some point is this: if he's ever got the wheelin' and dealin' joke. That is going to be ball 3.
I would ask him if he's happier living in Lander than Wheatland, because I feel like everyone would just mispronounce his name.
That's true.
And 3 balls right off the bat. I mean, this is going to be an interesting way to see what he does here. And
he is not going to swing at it. That's what's going to happen.
Very smart decision-making by Whelan. He saw everything coming, and he knew that was something that could have happened there, and he just kind of waited for it.
So that's the way you want to start this top of the second inning if you're Lander, as now Sam Bush will stand in.
Good walk-up song for Bush. That used to be one of my ringtones back in high school.
Was that Green Day Holiday, I believe?
Yes, it was.
Yep.
Whatever happened to Green Day? I don't know if they are still making music or not. Oh, way inside there for pitch number 2. And the Lobos are doing a great job of just being aware of the pitching, and they're letting the balls come to them. They don't want to swing if they don't have to. They do like to swing, like I said earlier, but just letting the balls come. And as I say that, he swings for a very high ball. Now it's 2-2 count.
2-2 the count here. Pitch on the way is low, so now a full count for Sam Bush.
And Whelan's watching too. He knows that he can walk to second basically if this ball is in the dirt again. Oh, look at that.
It's going to get ripped, however. That's going to get up, and the crowd responds with a nice single for Sam Bush. It'll move Luke Whelan over to second, and Sam Bush with the single.
And now we got the pitcher, Darius Boyer, coming up, and he's going to try and give himself some help on the mound. He knows that it's going to be a tough day against Valor if he can't get something going on the bats himself.
Want to look quickly as Boyer steps in at some MLB action. The Braves and the Dodgers are underway. It is the top of the 4th inning, and the Braves lead 2-0.
That was a strike right down the middle there against Boyer.
The Athletics beat the Royals 9-7.
Boo.
That ball's outside. Ball 1. And the Rockies and the Twins are underway as that ball is going to be in the dirt. Ball 2, throw over to first, not in time.
Good eye by the catcher, though.
The Rockies trail 2-0 in the top of the 4th inning. Look at other scores throughout the day as that pitch is going to be fouled off, and so now 2-2. Red Sox and Guardians in the top of the 8th inning, 3-2 Red Sox lead.
I don't know what this is, but I believe that is for Miss Reese. A little bit of a change-up on some music there. And Boyer, did he strike out there? Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. So that's 1 out. That brings up Benz. Pitch on the way is going to be, was that outside?
That was
ball
a
1?
strike.
I called that a strike, okay.
That was a top inside corner, or outside corner there.
37.
Okay, perfect. That pitch is going to be on the outside, so now 1-1. 2-0, still Casper lead. And he offered
checked
at
his
that.
swing.
There was no one over there. And there's no way that he could have called that from where he was standing, I don't think. So they gave him the strike at the home plate. So
they gave him a ball.
Oh, they gave him a ball, so 2-1.
It was really high, and he checked his swing pretty well. He checked it again there. That
they
one
called
is a
him
strike.
out.
No, that one's just a strike.
Okay, his motion is weird.
He needs to fix his hands when he does that. But
2-2. So we're reset again. Travis is having all kinds of issues in this one.
I'd rather have those kind of issues than a technical issue.
Don't jinx. That's a swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. So that'll bring up Hunter Velarde.
No, he didn't.
What? Oh, and Hunter Velarde here has a great song choice. It's just.
Oh, I know what's going on. Okay. I'm all for it.
He's got to swap pitchers.
I guess they're going to swap pitchers.
We're going to figure out what's happening here.
They're trading pitchers. They have to. That was their second trip to the mound. Or no, this is second inning. Never mind.
Okay, so they're just going to have a conversation. Miss Kelly is freaking me out more.
The coach is definitely talking to him, making sure he knows what's going to happen here, because he's got 2 base runners, 1 on first and second, and if any of those score, I mean, obviously it's still a 2-run lead for them right now, but Velarde could put this game in the Lobos' hands with a nice hit here.
I did want to mention this because I'd actually been asked to do this.
Good game, good song.
Ole Miss is leading Oklahoma 4-0 in the top of the 5th with 1 out in the Men's College World Series Championship Final, Game 1.
As a Big 12 alumni, we do not root for Oklahoma, so go Ole Miss.
That's a strike to Velarde. That's one of the interesting things. I did not realize that people would actually have been interested in that, but I did get a lot of comments asking me to keep him in the loop. To keep him in the loop.
And
0-2.
Velarde, the last game that I called with him yesterday morning, he swings at a lot, but when he gets contact, the ball is just bombed outside. He has some serious strength. He's one of those players where if it's not going to be a shot over the fence or into outfield, it's going to be a strikeout most likely, because he just swings, and he swings hard at almost everything.
And now there's a time called.
Now they have to switch pitchers. So we will have a pitching change. Who is that, number 4?
So it looked like number 4.
I don't think that's the correct number, though.
Yeah, I can't change anything until they tell me.
That looks like number 2.
That
21.
There you go. So Aiden Douglas is moving from
He's going to move
shortstop
from short
to pitcher.
So we're going to take a commercial break and let him warm up. 2-0 Casper lead.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back, everyone. It was a short warm-up, and it's going to be Douglas who comes in. First pitch to him is going to go over the glove.
Oh, wow, right over the glove.
And it's going to be a turn, and now it's going to be Whelan is going to go in and slide, and he's safe.
That was a nice slide by Whelan, and it got dirt way up in the catcher's eye. Oh, no. I think something bad happened to his hand.
Yeah, his hand, he got slid right into his hand.
Oh.
And they popped it right back in. Ow.
My dad used to do that to me when I was in karate. He would pop my shoulder back into place whenever, but he is still feeling it, and he probably will for a minute. He took Whelan's cleat directly into his hand, and he's in pain still.
Can you blame him, though?
No, definitely not.
That was nasty.
And he's just trying to walk it off.
I don't know how you walk off a hand injury, but he's going to try.
I think they're going to talk.
They're going to talk and try to see if they can have someone come in and give him a minute.
And he's on the mound just talking to his pitcher saying, I don't know if I can catch this hand right now.
And Coach Bird is over there talking with his, and he fist bumped somebody.
I think he fist bumped the guy that popped it into place. He knew exactly what to do.
That's nicely done. So it's going to be 2-1 Casper lead after all that chaotic stuff.
And it got the slide and the way that it all happened was able to get Ayers all the way to second.
No, you're right. It was Velarde.
It is Velarde, yeah,
Yep.
sorry.
So that goes back to the top of the order. Now Dalen Ayers is in. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. So now interesting situation here as Hunter Velarde's at second. Sam Bush is at third. Yep. I have a wall right in front of me, so I have to kind of look.
Right here if you need it.
That ball's going to be swung on a miss, and so now 1-1.
And just right off the bat, I mean, it happens in every sport with injuries. You always want to watch how they
swing and a miss again.
How they play right after the injury, and look at him. He can barely grasp that ball. So if the Lobos can even try and take advantage of that right now, I don't know how they would unless the catcher is going to be making a serious play here, but
that's going to be swung on. Fly ball right field. And it's going to be dropped.
Oh, he lost it in the sun.
And it's going to score 1 run. It's going to score 2 runs. It's going to live a triple to Dalen Ayers. And the crowd is ecstatic.
Ayers is over there doing his happy dance, and as well he should. That ball was
crushed.
I mean, it was a nice shot out there, and the right fielder for Valor is upset at himself, but he lost it right in the sun. If you can't see it, ladies and gentlemen, out there in right field, the shadows from the trees are kind of sparse, so it's sun and then shade and sun and shade, and I think right when he entered the sunlight, looked up, and it just wasn't happening. And I think they're going to switch catchers. Yes, it is going to be an injury timeout.
Okay, so we have a new catcher coming in.
Did he say number 12 is going to be his catcher?
Well, he said he didn't know. So let's wait, what?
I think now might be a good time to take a break.
Yeah, we're going to take a break and get all this sorted out. We'll be right back.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Welcome back, everyone. We are back at it. Pitch on the way is hit, and up the middle it gets
in
through,
between the gap there.
And it's going to score another run off of the bat of Will Bush.
And, man, that was perfectly placed. The third baseman almost got to it, and the shortstop was about 5 inches away from getting it. So perfectly placed in between the gap there. And do you want to tell him to switch up between every Valor player now, or do you want me to? Because I think I got it right.
Well, we're going to hold off and let Ben Shade see his first pitch. It's swing and a miss, strike one. So, yeah, we know that so Erdahl came out. He's going to be replaced by Hunter Cole, and Cole is going to be at second as that pitch is going to be called a strike. And then what else did we have? We had St. John, who's now catching, and then I'm missing something. That's going to be a strike three. And so I think that was all the changes, but that's going to be strike number 3. And so we will take a commercial break as we go bottom 3, 4-2 Lander lead.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the bottom of the second inning, not the bottom of the third inning, and when you've called 12 games, I'm going to say that just is going to be me being tired.
Oh, yeah. Understandable, and honestly, I applaud you for doing that many games in the first place, but to keep it going and do all 3 games with me tomorrow, I really appreciate it, because I could not do this without you.
Well, I appreciate you being here. It's going to be Loftus who stands in, and not to be the guy that says just to feel sorry for me. I did 4 games before state. So pitch on the way is strike 1 to Loftus. I did 2 Raiders games on Tuesday, 2 Raiders games on Wednesday.
Yes, you did.
And then Thursday until now.
Baseball galore for Mr. Gupton here.
And I had never called baseball before in my life. Pitch is swung on. Fly ball. It is going to be caught.
Nice catch by Ayers there, making sure he didn't lose it in the sun.
Yeah, he's got some shades on. I can see him from out here. In here. Out here? In here.
Up here.
Up here.
Let's try that one.
Okay.
And if you guys can't hear it, we got a pretty large crowd gathered here for this final game of the day.
To our left.
Yeah.
There's more people to the left than there is to the right. Pitch is going to be outside for ball 1.
And that's not even including all the parents and the kids sitting on the grass out there by the tennis courts. I would say we have upwards of maybe 100 people here, maybe a little bit more if you actually go turn around and count everyone. It's a pretty fun atmosphere out here.
Yeah, this is a loud, raucous crowd as we look at a 2-0 count now to St. John, who is now the catcher.
Yeah, Taylor St. John had to move from second to catcher, and that's a utility player that you like to have if you're Valor.
That's a nice pitch. Oh, that's low.
Somehow it was a little low.
Remind me to talk to Tim Robinson about that one.
He's more worried about the jewelry and the button-downs, but I think that was the right call.
That's going to be fouled off. 3-1.
It looked nice and down the middle, but it just, to us up here, might have been a little low. So I think 3-1 count is definitely where you need to go, and Boyer is finding that strike zone pretty well. The only way it's not being a strike is that little centimeter above or below the strike zone so far.
There's that curveball again. It's going to be ripped foul to the left this time, and now a full count. Me and Tim, Mr. Robinson, have had multiple conversations throughout this tournament. And before this tournament, he's a really nice guy. If you've not met him, he is a really cool guy.
A lot of the umpires out here are. If you haven't met Coach Mowry from the Dirtbags, he's also an umpire here. He's a great guy.
That's swung on, fly ball left field.
Look at that.
It's going to go over as they lost it in the sun. And it's going to be St. John who's going to go in for a stand-up double.
And, yeah, that was just directly in left field. No matter where they're looking directly into the sun, and they're going to be the last people to get shade from these trees before the end of the night. So losing it in the sun is a little acceptable there, and it was over his head. He would have had to ran back about 10 feet.
Evan Stevenson sitting beside us here to my left, doing some DJing. Trying not to get in trouble is a normal thing here.
Every Stevenson tries not to get in trouble out here.
That is a true statement. Pitch is going to be low again for ball 1.
And Alex Officer's dropped a few from his glove.
We've seen a couple of those throughout the day where pitchers and catchers are having a hard time
just keeping it in their glove.
Keeping it in the glove, yeah.
And, I mean, that's what led to the first run for Valor was Officer just dropping the ball. Oh, a little bit of an error there, but the person on second did not see it. St. John did not see it. That wouldn't have gotten him to third anyway, but.
Yeah, I feel like if you're a Lander fan, you were hoping that St. John was going to move. It remains, though, St. John is at second. And Crane now looking at a 2-0 count. That's a strike.
That was a nice breaking ball that got right into the strike zone at the last second.
And so 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
And I believe we have an actual name for this injury now.
As that's going to be in the dirt, and Officer's thinking about going to second, does not, and so now 3-1.
We believe that Gabe Erdahl for the Valor Vikings has a dislocated thumb that his father has been able to put back into place, but is still can cause some damage if you were to play with it right now. So see him out of there, and as the pitch comes in,
That's
another nice breaking ball.
That is his go-to pitch, is that breaking ball for Boyer. He's one of the better ones in this team that does it.
But yeah, if Valor happens to win this game and make it into the semis tomorrow, it will be interesting to see.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sorry, partner.
No. That is what we are here for, and I believe that was all I had to say anyway. So nice strikeout there. Strikeout number 2, I believe, for Boyer.
That is correct, my friend. It's what I have in my book. My book is not Kelly's book, but, you know, that pitch is going to be high. Throw over to third.
Oh,
he misses it. And it's going to get through, and it's going to score a run.
And if there's anyone that needs shades right now, it's anyone in left field, whether that's left infield, left outfield. They need the shortstop, third baseman, and left field to all put on their shades because they are looking directly into the sun for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and that was going towards Rowan. The throw was, and he just could not get a read on it.
It was a little low, the pass itself, but to tag him, he needed it to be a little low, and I think it just lost it.
That swung, and it's going to take a weird hop, and it's going to be an error on the second baseman.
Just a bad hop. I don't know if that was technically an error, but it hit the very last patch of grass and just boing, went right up over the head of him. So
good sound effects.
Boing.
And so we go back to the top of the order for Douglas. It is 4-3, 2 outs. Runner is only at first in Sally. That pitch is going to be hit, and it'll be a single for Sally. And now runners on first and on second as DeVow, is that what we decided on? Is going to stand
DeVow.
in.
Let's hope we're not saying Sally's last name wrong. It could be Saley, for all we know. But Sally is also a fun name to say. So that hot dog looks good. I'm a little bit hungry up here. If you guys are out here by Landier City Park, there is quite a bit of good food at the concession stand. Some nachos looking good right now.
That ball's going to be swung on and hit towards the foul ground. Heads up, and it will go off to the right for strike number 1. If DeVow is to reach, it would be Bird coming up next.
And with 2 outs, Boyer does not want either of those runners to even make it to third.
Yeah, he's going to look over at second. He'll kick, fire. That's going to be swung on and foul tipped, so it's going to be strike 2.
That hit something. I think that hit Tim's face mask, did it not?
It either hit Lakota's or Tim's, and it looks like Tim's the one that is trying to shake a little bit.
He's giving us the thumbs up.
Oh, that's Alex, officer. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you. Evan's over here like shaking me, saying, you're doing the wrong name, man.
Might as well just give him the headset. He knows everyone here.
Yeah. So pitch is going to be swung on. That's going to get through. It's going to be bobbled, and they're going to get a tying run at the plate.
And I wonder if they could have just tried to throw to home. I don't know if necessarily Rowan needed to get that ball, but left fielder Shea did not attempt to throw to home. He very easily could have made a play at home possible, but didn't put enough mustard on it.
So that will bring up Bird, as Tim will do the one thing that I feel like all umpires enjoy doing. That is
It's like
brush
following,
off.
It's like following one of those satisfying Instagram pages
Absolutely.
where people clean stuff.
Yeah. 4-4 as that ball is going to be fouled off. So I feel like this is kind of just how it needed to be for the final game of pool play.
Right? No blowouts necessary today.
No blowouts.
And especially for this final play-in game for the semis, I mean, this is exactly what you want.
I know Miss Kelly is disagreeing with us
definitely.
hard. I can feel it. Pitch on the way by Boyer is high. Throw over to third. No one wasn't even there. And that's going to be a go-ahead run. And Alex Officer throws his hat down. Casper takes the lead again, 5-4.
And I wonder if we can just send some shades down. Maybe Miss Reese's shades over there can go to Rowan because he's losing almost everything in the sun right now.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting that throw over.
Me neither. It was a little bit past the foul line ball, but some shades would definitely be nice over there. And he's going to steal third again.
And that's going to be hit. And it's going to go over the glove of the center fielder. Here comes one run, and it's going to...
he's going to go to third.
That's going to be a stand-up triple for Bird.
And as we were saying that this game was close, it has become a 6-4 lead now for Casper. It's nothing detrimental to the Lobos, but the sun is definitely playing a big factor here on both teams because we've already had 2 runs scored on for the Lobos from the sun affecting the right fielder in Casper, and now we have a couple errors on Rowan and the left fielder.
Hey, deep breath, guys, let's go!
Miss Reese with words of encouragement.
Really loud words of encouragement. Pitch swung on.
That
fly
is
ball.
high.
And let's see here. It's going to be caught by Hunter Velarde for out number 3. So we will go to the top of the third. 6-4 Casper lead. 7-4 Casper lead.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the top of the third inning. Casper now leads 6-4. And Lander will try to respond here. And it will be Ben Shade, Alex Officer, and Caden Rowan.
And Alex Officer is definitely looking to see what he can do in this game.
First pitch to Shade is going to be swung on and missed for strike 1.
Because he's had an up and down weekend, and if he can solidify this in the batter's box, he can lead into the semis tomorrow with a nice momentum. Shady was the last out, yes.
And I have Will Bush as the last strikeout, so that's my fault. So 1-1 count, and now a 2-1 count to Alex Officer. So let me fix that in my book because I royally messed that up.
And he's got a nice hit over to first, and the first baseman's going to try and run him out, and he does.
And I like how what he did there. Robbie Loftus held the ball up to make sure everyone knew he had it.
After all the dropped balls so far today, I would do that as well.
So that'll be a ground out to first.
Now we got the third baseman, Rowan, coming up here.
Caden Rowan, so it's going to be Rowan and then Luke Whelan. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Strike one.
Extremely high and inside. Rowan swung at it anyway and actually got a piece of it, so.
6-4 is the lead for Casper. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike two.
It was a nice ball down the middle there, but he almost looked like he was reaching for it, like he was stepping back from the batter's box.
He's standing right in the middle of it as the pitch is delivered, and that just missed.
That was very close. Outside bottom corner there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, Kelly Reese up here. Evan Stevenson to my left. I'm Travis Gupton. He's Sean O'Brate.
Hello, hello.
Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. That's strike 3.
And
so quickly, that's 2 outs for Luke Whelan, who plays first.
Yeah, and now that's 7 strikeouts, according to this game changer app. 7 strikeouts for Casper's pitchers, both Bird and Douglas, and they are just having a field day right now in that strike zone.
Pitch on the way is going to be inside for ball 1. Yeah, looking at my book, there's only 1 caught looking third strike. The rest have been swings. That's going to be swung on and fouled out.
That just tells you what this team's about. They like to hit the ball. Obviously, every team likes to hit the ball, but this team especially is so confident in their bats that they will swing, and they're going to keep swinging because they know what they have in the tank.
Pitch on the way is swung on and foul. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right now, Luke Whelan is 0 for as he walked in the second inning. 6-4 Casper lead. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That is a quick 1-2-3 inning for this Casper team. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Casper, and we will be right back. 6-4 Casper lead.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It is 6-4 Casper. And again, it will be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Valor.
We got Cole coming up here. That is Hunter Cole, who took the place of Erdal, the one that dislocated his finger. We believe it's his thumb, so that is not going to be fun for anyone that throws a baseball for a living.
So I was misplaced again. It's actually going to be the 5, 6, 7 hitters. Still a rookie in keeping book. I can't get it right.
And bookkeeping's hard no matter whether it's baseball or money. Or nice bunt there by Cole.
It's going to be thrown over by Officer.
What a catch.
And it's going to be a snag by Whelan.
And, I mean, that was an inch away from hitting Cole in the back of the head, so the throw was perfectly pinpointed. But, yeah, the catch by Whelan, what a snag. And now we got number 4.
That's number 0.
Double zero,
That's
sorry.
double 0, Loftus. Robbie Loftus. He flew out to center in his first at bat in the second inning.
I like the bat they got there. Nice orange and blue crisp on it.
That's going to get in the dirt for ball 1.
And this Valor team, I mean, if they can put together a string of hits, they're dangerous. They're only up by 2, and you know they want to be up by more, obviously. But with Boyer throwing what he's throwing right now, Valor's just trying to stay on top, stay afloat above this Lobos team right now.
Next pitch. That's in there for a strike. Nicely done by Boyer. Yeah, Boyer has one of the nastier breaking balls I think I've seen in the Lobos squad.
And for those of you that may just be joining us, I mean, 6-4 is the score is not based off Boyer's performance. He does have 2 strikeouts, but his breaking balls have been making these Valor players just swing and whiff all over the place today.
Pitch on the way. Swing.
Like that right there.
That was nasty. 2-2 now. But, yeah, the scores came in the second inning. They scored 4 runs in the second inning. And it all was based off of the left field.
Yeah, the sun just was in everybody's eyes. Third baseman, shortstop,
he swung and missed. It's dropped. He'll throw it to Whelan. Whelan has to stretch and then put his foot back on the bag.
He almost fell forward. He had to catch himself with his other hand. That's a nice second out right there, and it's really showing that this Lander team's kind of gelling together right now.
So now a dangerous hitter in Taylor St. John. He has got a double in this game. That came in the last inning.
And that was a nice hit when he hit it, too. I mean,
yeah, it was a rope. And they know it, and so they're going to try to pitch away to him as that one's way outside, though, for ball 1.
And I like how everyone's covering their eyes with their gloves rather than just getting some shades on.
Maybe they didn't bring shades, Sean.
I got 3 pairs in my car. Oh, no, I have 2 pairs in my wife's car. So
that's going to be a strike. Nicely done. And I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like Alex Officer, he fist bumped on that one. Well, Sean's down now. He's got an eye, something in his eye.
All this cotton flying around.
That's not cotton, my friend.
Whatever it is. It's
high.
not that. It's whatever's flying at us right now.
Oh, it is cotton? Okay.
I thought so, yeah.
I thought it was some, like, lion something.
They are not snowflakes out here, people. It is cotton flying around in the air.
All right, so that is going to be a 3-0 count or 3-1 count now to St. John. And like I said, Boyer is trying to pitch away. He's trying to pitch away from this St. John. And that's going to be ball 4.
And that one was just a little high, but, I mean, the break was there. It just needed to be there a little bit earlier. Now who do we have? Aiden Crane coming up.
That is the first walk that has been allowed by Boyer in this game.
I'm telling you, his pitching is off the charts right now, and it doesn't show based off the score. If you look at Game Changer, it's the 2 strikeouts that he's got, but he is doing what he pleases with this team right now.
Pitches.
Look at that.
Almost caught. And it's going to be throw over to first. It's going to be caught.
He's out.
And he's out at the plate at first base. Nicely done by, first off, Boyer to slow that down.
Yeah.
Second off, by the shortstop to get it over. And so we go top of the 4th, and it is still 6-4 Casper.
Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the top of the fourth inning, I think.
Yes, we are.
And it is going to be Sam Bush and Boyer and Benz up for the Lobos. Again, I don't want to beat the dead horse, but the winner of this game is going to play the Lander 1 team tomorrow for a chance for a state championship. Not a big deal, but that first pitch is going to get popped up. Look out.
It's going to be right here. We could open the door and catch it.
I was going to say Paxton had that one.
We could open the door and catch that ball.
I thought Paxton was going to go for that, but he didn't.
Please return all foul balls to the field.
You heard the lady.
Do it.
And this 0-1 count, you can see all the...
That's going to get ripped through the legs of the third baseman, and that is going to be a leadoff single for Sam Bush.
And we have learned the correct pronunciation of that third baseman. That is DeVayu, not DeVow.
Yeah.
We also learned that Kale Sally's last name is not Sally, it's Salee.
Salee, yes.
Thank you to Grandma Salee for calling your son. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that was a huge help to us.
We dislike whenever we mispronounce people's names. So.
Yes. So that'll bring up Darius Boyer, the pitcher. His first pitch is going to be a strike on the outside corner. And thank you guys, just everyone who's listening in. I know there's a great crowd here tonight, but we've had a really good response to all the games. That ball is going to be in the dirt 1-1 now.
Yeah, I've never seen as many people watching our YouTube as I have this weekend. It's been a very well-received weekend, and maybe from here on out we can call more of these type of tournaments if our bosses see how many people are actually spending time on our YouTube today.
Yeah, this has been a just huge success. That pitch is going to be strike number 2. 1-2 now is the count. And we've had really good games, in this pool play.
There's been 1 or 2 blowouts, but the games have all still been really good.
That's going to be a strike 3 on the inside corner.
I thought that was a little bit inside, but he might have been crowding the bag there.
And so that is the second strikeout looking for the pitcher, which is who is the pitcher now?
Oh, that's still
St. John?
No, that's still Colin.
Oh, it's Douglas.
Douglas, yeah.
That ball is going to go and be in there for I'm trying to figure out what just happened.
They tried to throw to first.
Okay, so it's going to be a stolen base then for Sam Bush. And so it'll be a error on sort of an E3 to get the stolen base. And so it's going to be 1-0 count to Benz. And he'll swing and miss and make me a liar. And now it's 1-1.
And if you guys can't tell by the way that Travis and I lose things every now and then, you cannot look away from these teams right now. They are doing so much so quickly that if you look down at your paper, you miss an error and a stolen base and all sorts of stuff. So that was a nice tipped ball there for strike number 2.
So 1-2 for Benz. And then after Benz, it will be Hunter Velarde. Pitch in. Swing and a miss. He got him. That was a nasty inside pitch.
Yeah, that would have, if he had even made contact with that would have hit his fingers on the bat. That was so close to the inside.
That's 9 strikeouts now.
That is, I mean, this Lobos team loves to hit the ball, so they're going to keep trying. They're not just going to watch the balls go into the strike zone and just hope for a walk. They want to hit the ball.
There's
no one there, so he should go to third, correct?
And he stepped off cleanly, but there was no one there. He even looked over at the coach because he was like, no one's there, man. That ball's going to be swung on. That's a hard hitter to the second baseman, and it's going to be out number 2.
Number 3.
Out number 3, that's right. That's the strikeout. And so we will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 6-4, Casper still leads.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning, and it is Alex Officer now swing. First pitch is going to be swung on, and it's going to be a long run for whoever's there. And everybody's just going to drop it.
I think the shortstop hoping that the center fielder was going to get there. I think the shortstop actually had a shorter route to the ball, but the center fielder called it. And, yeah, as you were saying, Alex Officer is now the pitcher. He has moved from catcher to pitcher, and we have Sam Bush moving to catcher, and we have a substitution in with Zach Ward, number 17, going to Caden Rowan's spot at second base, and the former pitcher Boyer is now at third. So if we're keeping up enough for you, that's what we're hoping for. So
throw over to first, not in time. Sorry, I need to look over your shoulder.
No,
real
you're
quick,
fine.
Because I don't. Zach Ward's at second. There we go.
Let me turn up the brightness here for you. And nice shade. There's not a cloud in the sky, but the shade has.
The ball's in the dirt, and it's going to be a stolen base for Salih. Is that what we agree? Salih.
Yeah. And hopefully with all this shade, there will be
It'll be easier for those outfielders.
Errors,
yeah. That pitch is going to plunk Douglas. And so now runner is at first and second. And
and Miss Reese says, Alex, can you not throw the ball at other players, please? Thank you. We have DeVayu coming up now that we know how to pronounce his name.
Which, by the way, I've called him DeVive all tournament long, and so I apologize for that.
Well, DeVayu's coming up, and he is 1 for 2 today. He's going to try and bunt, and he's got the bunt.
It's going to be over to third, and
he
Boyer's
dropped
going to
it.
drop it. That was a rocket of a pass. And so now Salih's going to be at third. Douglas is going to be at second, and DeVayu is now at first, and the bases are loaded. And it will bring up Bird, who has a triple in the second inning, and so he's 1 for 2.
I mean, that was the right decision by Officer. He just rocketed it to Boyer as if it was the last throw he would ever throw. I mean, that was a heater.
First pitch is high for ball 1.
And that looked right down the middle, but it did kind of break at the end there.
So where Tim is sitting, his right knee is right in the middle of the plate.
It's a good way to judge where it's at. And look at that ball. That's going to go out there into center field.
It's going to get caught by Velarde. It's going to get thrown in. Play at home is not in time. And so Salih is going to score. It makes it a 7-4 game now. And everyone will advance, but it will be out number 1 for the flyout. And Hunter Velarde with a very nice catch there out in right field.
Yeah, and maybe it's just me, but there's a little bit of PTSD with the catcher at home with someone running at him now that we've seen that happen already a couple times today, but one of them causing a dislocated finger. That was a tense little moment there when he got the ball right there to the plate.
Stolen base attempt. Actually, it's going to be a defensive indifference as there's a runner on third, so it'll be a 1-0 count for Castleman. And that would not go in a scorebook as a stolen base, correct? Okay.
And Castleman is 0 for today.
When you draw your line, you put DI instead of SB.
Oh.
Okay, got you. So
I think he tried to check his swing there, Castleman did, and he got a little bit too far ahead of the line, and it is now 1-1 with 1 out. You got runners on third and second for Valor.
And that is DeVayu at second, and Douglas is at third. Pitch on the way is going to go behind.
Nice catch there by
Castleman.
By Bush there.
Yeah, Sam Bush with a nice job there. And now we look at a 2-1 count to Castleman.
That very easily could have made this game 8-4 with the way that ball was going, but Bush with the nice snag there.
Pitch on the way. Swung on. Fly ball.
That's foul.
Is foul. So now a 2-2 count here. And I'm going to be honest, I understand it that Boyer was,
he had a lot
put
of
over
pitches,
to third.
yeah.
Well, he didn't have that many. He only had 37. So, but this is, your season on the line right here. So definitely want to play like your life depends on it.
Your game changer says 49 for Boyer.
Pitch is going to be in the dirt, and no one's going to move. So now we go to a 3-2 count.
That would be correct.
49 pitches
okay,
for
but
Boyer. Still, yeah.
He's not close to 105.
Yeah, they don't want to wear him out before a bigger game tomorrow too. So.
Oh, that is correct. If they hold him, then he can pitch tomorrow, can he? Not at 49, he can't. Okay. So throw over to
nice catch there by Boyer.
Is not in time. So now 3-2 is the count. 7-4 is the Casper lead. And it is bottom of the 4th inning in the final game of pool play. Winner of this game will play Lander 1 tomorrow. That is going to be ball 4, and I can see what Sam Bush was trying to do there. He tried to pretty that one up.
Yeah, if you can paint that like it was at the top top outside corner, I think that the umpire might have believed him there for a split second, but it was just a little bit too outside.
And so that brings up Hunter Cole. Cole is going to come in for Erdahl. Pitch is a strike.
I like how Coach Reese gets down on his knees to make sure that he doesn't get in front of our camera because he might be one of the tallest people here.
I was going to say, he was on our camera yesterday. He knows what it's like. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. So
and
now Officer looking at an 0-2 count.
And he got Cole to reach low on that. And he thought he was going to get under that ball, but there was nothing getting under that ball. It hit the dirt before it hit the strike zone.
Yeah, he was trying to sail it. Pitch on the way, swung on. He will get under that one, and it's going to be a catch for out number 2. The throw in is going to go to Officer. Now
he's going to get a
third, and
he's
out.
He's out. That was a great decision by Officer there when he got the ball to not turn to home and instead get it to Boyer at third. So is it the score going to count there when he ran in?
So it's going to be 8-4.
8-4, yeah.
And it is going to be the top of the 5th inning, and nicely done for the Lobos, who are down now by 4. We'll take a commercial break, 8-4.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Moreland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
All right, we are back here with number 20, Dalen Ayers, in the batter's box at the top of the lineup. Douglas is still the pitcher, and look at Ayers. He got a good chunk of it, and it's going to right field, and he caught it. And it looked like it was going to go over his head, but the catch by right fielder.
The right fielder is Salih.
Salih, yeah. That was a nice catch by Salih on the run out there. And Ayers was already about to round second when he turned around and saw that it had been caught. I think he thought it might have been over the fence. He got a good chunk of it. And it looks like Miss Reese is talking to the umpire about some sort of rule. Miss Reese is very keen on the rules here because she has probably looked that rule book over 500 times this weekend. And if anyone knows the rules off the top of their head, it's going to be her.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
So I believe there was a rule with the batters or with the pitchers in the bullpen, which there wasn't really a bullpen over on the visitors' side, even though Casper is technically the home team right now. The visitors' side does not have the bullpen protection, so I don't think that they are allowed to just practice out there.
So they can warm up over there. They just have to have somebody to catch foul balls.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So they need a protector over there to catch foul balls.
Yeah, they just have to have somebody to catch foul balls.
So
and the first ball thrown to Will Bush is in the dirt for a 1-0 count. Go ahead, Travis.
I was actually trying to keep up with my scorebook. So Will Bush is at the plate. He's looking at a 1-0 count, 1 out. And the ball is going to be popped
way
up and caught by the catcher.
And that was probably as easy of a catch you'll ever get in a baseball game because that went about 20 yards up and 20 yards down. So now we have Ben Shade coming up to bat here, the left fielder.
It's going to be Ben Shade up to bat.
Shady.
Pitch on the way is swung on and foul for strike one.
And they're swinging still. Like Lander knows they're down by 4, and that's not impossible to come back from. But for them to even get to 8 points, they're going to need to start making more contact with the ball.
Yeah, no, that's all they had to do. They didn't need to leave completely.
Pitch on the way. Swung on. Fly ball off to the right side for a foul.
Oh, there's a little kid with a tennis racket that is trying it.
He was trying to swing with the tennis racket?
Yeah, he was trying to swing at it with a tennis racket. That would have not.
That would have been ball one, tennis racket, nothing.
That would have not been fun for that little boy. 2 strikes and now 3 strikes, and that is another 1, 2, 3 inning for the Casper pitching staff. I told you that this Casper team was great on the mound, and they are proving it right now.
Coach Officer's getting her steps in as she literally got over there to first and then came right back. So we'll take a commercial break. It is 8-4 as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is...
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning, and partner, this final game shaping up to be a fun one.
Yeah, and the run... Oh, a little loud here. The run differential is 4, but right now Lander doesn't feel like they're down. They're having these rough outings in the batter's box, but when they're on the field, in the infield and the outfield, they're playing their same normal ball. So it's going to be Loftus up here that's going to test them on the pitching mound here as they all get together.
Shakes hand with Tim Robinson, as we will see Robinson dust off the plate. Make sure all the corners are in view.
We need to see home plate.
What's really funny is I've said this on air before, and Kelly can attest to this. That's an art form.
You got to do certain places, certain times there. They're still doing their bull. Okay. We have got the rule book out today, ladies and gentlemen.
First pitch is going to be swung on by Loftus as the sun is back out in the left field.
No,
you can see what happens.
And, yeah, if you couldn't see that on the camera, ladies and gentlemen, he had an easy scoop right there. Loftus could have gone to second if he had seen him, but I think he was expecting him to scoop it and throw it. But instead, the sun played a factor, and he just missed the scoop. So luckily for the Lobos, Loftus decided to stay on first and not try and go to second.
St. John up to bat now, and his swing is going to go foul.
Very close foul. That was on the white line.
I thought that went off the glove of Boyer, if I'm going to be completely honest.
No, he was a couple feet away from it. But, yeah, right on the white line there. If we were in tennis, they would probably be looking back at that.
0-1 is the count to St. John.
Another foul.
And now 0-2.
Almost the exact same spot as well.
St. John in this game is 1 for 1.
Yeah.
As he had a double in the second and then walked in the third.
And the way that he's pulling these bats, if I was the shortstop, I would lean a little bit closer to third base because right now Boyer's been getting super close to these balls here.
That ball is going to be tipped up and goes to the right side, and Whelan's going to grab that. So that's out number 1 for the Lobos as Whelan grabs a hold of that, and that'll bring up Crane.
Yeah, and Crane has had
he's 0 for 2.
He is 0 for 2, but Crane has had a good day out in left field. I don't want to say compared to the Lobos left field, but he's had a good day out in left field because he hasn't had to see as many hits come out there and get the sun in his eyes like the Lobos players have. So nice strike swinging there.
8-4 Casper lead. Winner of this game as the first pitch, that pitch is going to be outside. Throw to second.
Is he
Not
safe?
in time. There's no call.
You can hear the crowd on the right side over here for the Valor team getting hype because that went past the glove of the shortstop and into the glove of the second. I mean, it was a pretty fancy way to get the ball to the second baseman there, but just not in time.
So 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Fly ball is going to go right up into the shortstop. He's going to take a couple steps to his right, and that'll be out number 2. Whelan or Loftus goes nowhere.
And, yeah, Will Bush called that immediately. He knew that was coming to him.
And that's the thing that I feel like Coach Billy Velarde had to have said yesterday is to communicate on those kind of plays because there was a lot of dropped balls whenever – they're going to ask the lights to get turned off by the –
Turned on or turned off?
Off by the truck, and now there's another car with the lights on.
They're not asking you to turn on your lights. They're asking you to turn off. There you go. That is a distraction.
That ball is going to be fouled off.
Oh, it fouled off his leg,
foot.
yeah.
And that's Salee. Salee now looking at an 0-1 count. He's going to try to walk that off. And with a foot injury or a foot getting hit by a baseball, I'm completely fine with being walked off.
Yeah, right. And Salee is 2 for 2 today. He's quietly been having one heck of a game.
Pitch on the way, swung on.
3 for 3.
3 for 3.
And you got runners on the corners now. Loftus may not be as much of a threat to steal home as some of these other Valor players, but with Salee on first, you better believe that he's going to try and steal second ASAP.
So Salee, like Sean said it was 2 for 2, now 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Loftus now is at third. Alex Officer still at the mound, and it will go back to the top of the order, and Douglas, who is 2 for 2.
Surprisingly, Salee has the most hits for the team, but no RBIs whatsoever. The RBIs have all come from Bird, Douglas, and DeVayu.
That was a nice play by Officer. He ran back both guys.
Oh, and Loftus, sorry.
First and third got ran back. That pitch is going to be in the dirt, and it's going to be a stolen base as Salee now will go to second. And that would be considered a stolen base, would it not?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it would have been a DI.
It'd have been a DI? Okay.
Something smells divine out here. I believe it's all these hot dogs that are being cooked up for these fans, but...
Pitch on the way, swung on, and fouled off, and it hit him in the ankle again.
That's 2 straight Valor batters that are hitting themselves with the ball on the ankles there.
So an 0-1 count now for Douglas. And like I said, Douglas 2 for 2. He had a single in the first, a double in the second, and then he also had a walk in the fourth.
And if Officer can get out of this inning, ooh, very close inside. If Officer can get out of this inning without letting Valor team put any runs up on the board, that is a victory for this inning because they need to get back into the offensive mindset. They can't be stuck out here on defense.
That was close. Officer thought that was going to be strike 2, but it's going to make it
a 3-1 count here.
A 2-1 count, right?
No, the umpire just 3-1 right there.
3-1? Okay. Pitch on the way, swung on. That ball is going to get in the gap. That ball is going all the way to the fence. That's scoring 1 run. That's scoring 2 runs. And that is going to get thrown over to second, not in time.
Shouldn't have said anything. Maybe I jinxed him.
Yep.
I need to stop doing that. Everyone here can blame me for those 2.
And so that'll be a double for Douglas. And it is now 10-4 as we are in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And now it's a 6-run lead that's going to be much, much more difficult to come back from if the hitting does not creep back up for the Lobos. They've had a couple innings straight where it's just 1, 2, 3 batters.
Oh! That's going to hit him right in the helmet.
Right on the noggin.
Is DeVayu.
He did this on the way to first. Little crying emoji.
And so that'll be
and they're going to call for time. Officer is not finding the strike zone as much as he was when he first entered the game.
And the catcher right now, Sam Bush, is calling everyone in the infield as well as everyone from the outfield in.
Team meeting because they know what this game signifies for them. They want to play their teammates and their family members tomorrow. They want to play the Lander 1 team.
Just a reminder, we have Lobos walking around selling 50/50 tickets.
So tomorrow, should this score hold, it'll be Casper and Lander 1. And I'll tell you right now, if you are Lander 1, you're paying very close attention.
Oh, yeah. All the coaches and most of the players here are still here, and they're watching this team because they know if they have to play Valor tomorrow, they're going to have to play this stout pitching group here.
Make him by double.
Make him by double, says Miss Reese.
Hey, Manny.
Pitch on the way is in the dirt, and that is going to be ball 1 to Bird.
Miss Reese, do you have a number on 50-50 so far? No.
She has not counted anything except stats all weekend long.
She doesn't need to.
Me and her have been doing rule book and stats and all sorts of shenanigans. That ball's going to get by. Sam Bush is going to be smart and not go anywhere.
And no one went to second. Everyone was worried about the throw to third, so no one even watched as DeVayu got all the way to second. He could have just walked there. He could have had a brisk, nice morning walk all the way over to second base. No one was watching him.
I can't. You have to.
And Officer's going to wind up with a 2-0 pitch here.
That ball is going to get crushed.
Oh,
that
no,
ball
that's
is going to go
out.
It's gone. That was a absolute hammer.
And look at Casper. They're going to be waiting around the plate for
Bird.
For Colin Bird, the former pitcher from the first inning, and that was a bomb outside.
Oh, my goodness, what a hit. There was no doubt on that one.
You could hear it when it hit the ball. You heard everyone around here go, oh, that's because everyone could see that that was gone. All the way out there to the red barn, if you can see it on the camera, folks. It's still out there probably rolling around.
It's probably in the river and somewhere down the river by now.
I wonder how many balls they actually find out in the river with how many. A ton. A ton, she says. You could save a bunch of money on baseballs if you are a local Lander parent if you just go out here to the creek.
If you have a sifting company in Lander, there is job opportunities for you.
Right there.
So I got to be honest with you guys. I am looking at this here, 13-4. One more run with 2 outs puts us in the mercy rule.
Yeah, it stinks that this is happening for the Lander team in the 5th inning. If they had had this type of performance earlier, maybe they could have gotten the score up with the fear of being mercy ruled. But right now, they're doing everything they can to not let this extra run ruin the rest of their day and their weekend. And it's going to be Officer with a 1-1 count here. And it is Castleman who's 0 for 2 that's on it's in the batter's box right now. And this 0 for Castleman, Lander wants to keep it that way as he throws it in the ground. 2 balls now and 1 strike with 2 outs. Officer hasn't had a terrible game pitching. He's had a few errors that have not helped him whatsoever. Three strikeouts total by the Lander pitchers.
It's going to be a 3-1 count. Sorry, I'm looking.
No, you're good. I was making sure I got the right number.
So I'm making sure I was right. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stolen bases in this game for Casper.
Yeah, and they've just been base running really well. That's helped them get this score that they have. And now Castleman doesn't have to worry about hitting the ball and going 1 for 3 as he is walked.
Yeah, he is actually officially 1 for 1, Castleman is, because he's got a ground out in the first and 2
base
walks.
on balls, yeah.
So that'll bring up Hunter Cole with the runner at first.
And he has an RBI today as well already. He's not the one you really want to throw to. He may seem non-threatening with the way that he's 0 for 1 technically, but the base on ball and helping his team get up, he's not someone you want to mess with either.
Yeah, I've got...
It's not the biggest guy on their team, but it doesn't mean anything in this sport. And ooh, a very wily throw there by the catcher. Good on Officer to not let it get past him.
That is 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs. Pitch on the way is outside. Throw over to first is in the dirt and not in time.
It's cooled down a little bit out there too now.
Yeah, this feels like it was earlier this morning when we were here. And I'm looking for Hunter Cole here, so help me out. So Cole, okay.
Cole's looking to get on base, not from a walk. So
that ball is going to be outside for ball 3.
And yeah, ball 3 is not where Officer wants to be. He's been in this situation a little bit lately. It is not something that the Lobos like. He was doing so well before these runs started pouring in the home run. And he just needs to have that memory. I've said it before, he needs to have a goldfish's memory because right now it seems to be sticking with him. And it looks like Coach Velarde is yeah, they're going to have a meeting. I think they might be pulling Officer. And we are talking to, yes, I think Officer is going to hand the ball off, and we're going to have a pitching change. So I think we're going to go to commercial here. Casper up by 9 in the bottom of the 5th.
New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Welcome back, everyone. We are still in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it is going to be Benz who's going to come in and pitch. And he will face Loftus here. Loftus was the first batter in the inning. And the first pitch to Loftus is ball 1 on the outside corner. 13-4 is the lead here for Casper on a gorgeous night in Lander. Pitch is swung on, and it's going to go through the legs of Benz, and then he throws it, and it's going to be a 10-point game as it's 14-4. And so, and they're calling game. And so that is going to be the end of the game. Final score is 14-4. Casper wins. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Welcome back, everyone. Final score is Casper 14, Lander 4, as they played the 10-run rule in the bottom of the 5th inning. And so, Sean, it was close for a while. It was 6-4 at one point, and then Casper started running away.
Yeah, and Officer, when he came in to pitch, he was doing really, really well, and then one error, and then that home run, and next thing you know, they're not down by 2 anymore. They're down by 8, and then next thing you know, it's down by 10. So they can run up on you really fast, and in this sport, there's a lot of that happening out here at State where, you know, when these kids get the bats going, it bleeds into the rest of the team, and everyone starts getting the bats going.
So let's take a final look at the numbers here for the Lobos. They went 4 runs on 5 hits, and they had 4 RBIs and 2 walks, and they were struck out 11 times. Dalen Ayers had the only triple of the day for the Lobos, and that came in the, I believe, let's see where I can find that out. That was in the 2nd inning, as that is where Dalen got the triple. And for Darius Boyer, he pitched 3 innings. He had 6 hits, 6 runs, 4 errors, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Alex Officer came in and pitched 1 2/3 innings. He had 5 hits, 8 runs, 5 errors, 3 walks, and no strikeouts. And then Benz came in and pitched 1/3 inning, and he had no stats. For the Valor Vikings, they had 14 runs on 11 hits, 11 RBIs, Sean, and it was 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. Those 11 RBIs were the killer.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And it was one of those games where it just kind of got out of hand really fast, and once it gets out of hand really fast, if you can't bring the bats, it's just not gonna go well for you after that. And they had some great pitching by Boyer, and like you said, it may not have shown so much on the stat sheet, but Boyer was definitely probably one of the best pitchers out there today in general, not just in this game. And his breaking balls were making these Casper kids scared, but once they started hitting the fastballs out into the center field and outfield, the score just got out of hand.
And for the pitching for the Vikings, they did a really outstanding job, as you mentioned, throughout the game. Bird pitched an inning and 2/3. He had 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 errors, 2 walks. He struck out 5. And then Douglas came in. He pitched 3 1/3 inning. He had 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 errors, and he struck out 6. That's 11 strikeouts for this pitching staff for the Valor Vikings.
Yeah, the Valor Vikings, like we said at the beginning of the game, pitching is the name of their game. They had some good batting today, but for the most part, Casper pitching is something to be scared of whenever you're playing this team. And it's not just Lander that needs to be scared. It's everyone in the state championship that remains.
And so we know where everyone sits now, and it is going to be tomorrow at 9 a.m. It is going to be the Casper Valor, who will take on the Lander Lobos 1 team tomorrow at 9 a.m. And then tomorrow at noon, it is going to be the
Cheyenne
and Rock Springs.
That'll be a great game.
And that will be a fun game. Yeah, and so then the winner of those 2 matches will then play for a state title coming up at 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. And that is going to be how the state championship tournament will end tomorrow afternoon. We've done a lot of games, and we've got 3 big ones coming up.
Yeah, and they're all going to be just as interesting as the last, because we just saw Casper. We saw what they're capable of doing on the mound and in the batter's box, and Lander 1 is one of the most offensive heavy hitters in the state, not just in Babe Ruth, but just in general. They are so good with the bats, and if you watch Cheyenne earlier today, they have a lot of grit and a lot of determination. And as far as Rock Springs go, they can do it all. Rock Springs is kind of a tough team to get out, especially if they're in a groove. The whole team does it. So tomorrow's, the first 2 games are going to feature 4. I mean, the best teams are in right now, in my view. And those 4 teams are definitely going to make tomorrow an interesting day.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Me and Sean will be with you tomorrow, and first pitch is at 9 a.m. We'll be here at 8:45 for the pregame to get you started. And I won't be with you to start the pregame, Sean, at 9 a.m. I'm going to be doing the national anthem for the championships.
Yes, he is. You should hear his singing voice, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't do that. If you're going to have a reason not to show up, this would be the reason not to show up early. So we're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow, and that'll do it for us. I'm Travis Gupton. He's Sean O'Brate. My friend, it's been a pleasure. Guys, we will see you at 9 a.m. for Lander 1 versus Casper.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.